Mirage.
It's crazy to me that these two teams, they last played in November of 2025, and they were also at BC Game and Roman Imperium, didn't face off against each other. So the third LAN in about a week, we now see this matchup between BETBOOM team and Heroic. Flamus waiting patiently, as to his Magno. They're going to group up A here. This T side. Currently for Heroic, Susp is playing retake. At least there's players in towards mid that can rotate quite quickly, but they are playing very much off the site.
Yeah, very mid-focused, isn't it? You want to have the quick response, just make sure no one's popping in towards B, but no, it's just going to be this A hit. They're scaling quick towards jungle. CTs will be ready if they want to push further, and Nilo's taken two. So immediately they try and fight into jungle, and he denies that space. Youngster starts finding frags of their own, and there is nothing to be found here for the T side. Magno Jazz tucked into the back. Will be ready for Youngster to pop up. PT50 in hand. Would need a massive moment, but has the BETBOOM team to start to take the space. Nilo is very active in towards short. xCloud holding as well that cat cross. And Nilo, caught off by Magno.
Okay, now what do you do if you're Heroic? Look at how, again, just the immediate shift comes. They lose control in towards mid, sure. Okay, what's the next step? Well, we've got xCloud in the close proximity to be able to rotate towards B. Crizzen moves over and he catches a glimpse of a player, but he also gets a secondary objective, a little side quest, an A4 upgrade. Flamus now starts to walk and gets dinked. That's the benefit of picking up that gun. BB team are immediately going to swing in towards this A play. Youngster holding alongside Susp, and the crossfire feels brilliant. Susp is baited in beautifully. They got no idea he's here. And with 20 seconds left, it's going to be really tricky to find your way in towards this site. Trades come in immediately, but they do as well for the CTs. And Susp now backs up in towards ramp. Flamus can pick up the bomb.
Deagles will go searching. I know that Magno Flamus can hit some nice digs. xCloud just jiggling. Flamus won't get the chance there. Not expecting much for a threat, although BB team have been given a fair bit of space. Nilo's going to be pretty careful. And fast on the approach. There we go. Siren hits the Deagle onto xCloud. Flamus knows that means he maybe has some space here. Oh, headshot through the box. Star's lucky to be standing, and the swing comes out from Siren. They're making these pistols work, but now the bomb in towards middle. Looks like it will be dealt with. Oh, Heroic have gone for a very heroic push. Pushing all the way through.
Oh, wow.
And BOOM is just going to find out, but not in the way that he hoped. Sus should be catching him in a second, and he throws out all this utility. And now this kind of forces you. I mean, what do? You kind of have to go into B. Oh, Zorte, is he going to respond to this? He's just going to drop the bomb. Uh-oh, this is now a disaster. Nilo just going to be a nuisance. They tried to fight back for the bomb. Flamus will remove him. So it can be scooped up. Go from here. Still another player. Oh, Siren. They're fighting their way out. And Magno, you're right. In towards jungle, but Crizzen comes on out, drops the bomb. And so I'm going to be on Siren to step through 30 seconds. Crizzen just being a nuisance. And that smoke has actually allowed him to scale through. Maybe xCloud has to be the one now. As it's Siren left into the 1-on-2. Wants to fight Youngster ahead.
They're playing beyond their years, Heroic. I mean, it's been really impressive. This is a team that has just won LAN in BB team. And they're getting mopped up and dealt with decisively. This eco looked a little bit scary. Everyone pushing in towards ladder. Everyone systematically dealt with. A 3-for-1. That's exactly the sort of trade you want.
You're getting dealt with and mopped up on Mirage, a map that is their home territory, a map that they come off a full map win streak. They get Sangal, Sinners, G2, Bestia, all on LAN. And Heroic are looking like the Mirage Merchants instead. Siren's catch maybe gives some interest into this round, but the bomb is so difficult to obtain. Especially as they take their time to clear all these positions. It's killing the clock. We have to make some quick moves. It's the right idea to get that bomb. Silent on the approach. I actually really like the way Flammus has navigated this. The Crimson on the close angle. Will spot him back turned. Can't quite get the kill, but surely he's done enough, and there we go. That'll be the round confirmed.
Is alone, and this could be dangerous because it feels like a faster mid to B split. Kristen's so far away, the molly is brilliant, but Xcloud, through the smoke will find two, and that immediately puts pressure off over Youngster. Nilo's rotated in the meanwhile, and sure, Magno's behind, but Susp is quite hot on his heels, and the bomb is in no man's land. How much can Magno find from this position? That's the next question. Has one in his crosshair. Decides to play discipline, decides that he wants the second, but Youngster tries to put himself in a headshot angle. Magno will oblige. Sus now makes the short jump. Bomb, can it be scooped by Siren? It can. So BB team have now wrestled this journey back on towards this B site. Crimson ahead of the smoke. Magno will swing and will remove him as well. And Sus, who had ticked for 50 damage in this molly, might be an unexpected surprise. Bomb has just been planted. But Siren knows exactly where he is, and the information unknown for Sus.
Looking like we're going through this A play. Smoke's gonna land. Palace, oh no, it missed.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's a disaster. They're just gonna progress out, and they've got the bomb site. Blue Ridge gets one, traded immediately, but A has fallen.
Youngster isn't on an AWP this time. He's on a rifle, so he can swing appropriately. Good trade out of Zorta. And look at the stairs play. Flammus has now just got rid of Susp. 2v3. Nilo round the corner, but hello. Magno is behind him again. How on earth did he even get there?
Just walk through the B bomb site the entire time this play is going on. Xcloud into the 1-on-3. Flammus.
That is a dire consequence. Stake odds actually still favouring Heroic, but only now by a smaller margin. Imagine when it was 5-0, it was probably looking a lot worse for BB team. Youngster finds one with the Deagle, but that's all he'll find, and now we can get some net. Means they're going to go into him.
Yeah. Is there a chance here? Main or diff? Oh, well, Magno gets the opener just through the spam top mid.
Unlucky. Oh, I suppose we do get to see the AWP diff in a way. Lovely push, Flammus. Expectant of it. But Nilo, who's been sharp all map long, just takes his head off. Sus behind the smokes in at CT. All he can do is desperately spam, hope for an opportunity on the player coming out of Palace. The bomb is going to be delayed. That's going to allow more time. Ooh, just for Heroic to rotate in.
The spam doing some damage. Pre-smoke goes down. Either Sus dropped the smoke on CT as well. Ticket just to prevent BBT from scaling. These just have nowhere to go. They have to fight their way out. A double swing removes Xcloud. Crimson immediately on the spam trade, and then out from CT. That looked like a kill, but it wasn't. And Elo only gets the one, so Crimson, they know he was in towards jungle. Both these players so low. There's a chance for him, but it's a tough one. I know Jess is falling back deep ramp. Kristen doesn't have a kit either. Not sure if there's one that he can pick up, but a tap on the bomb. Hoping this is going to cause someone to peek and sweat. And, well, that spam means that Kristen looks in that direction. Magno peeks, confirmed. So, Nilo, Flammus getting ready to take the fight.
Surely you molly it.
You think so? Nilo should be undone. But I think there's enough little tricky bits here that this could potentially catch BB team off guard.
Well, there's the molly.
Oh.
There's one of the tricky bits dealt with. And now you have to just clear these close corners. Flammus will as soon as the smoke fades. Nice shot out of Prison, and Youngster will swing off the contact. Uh-oh, it's starting to get a little bit dicey. Boomich and Magno now come in from short. They have to overlook this angle, though, because they're so paranoid about the other players, and Sus on a swivel is able to get rid of Zorte. It now falls to BB Team's in-game leader. Beautiful. Now Youngster will get rid of Boomich. Zorte on the other side misses a mark and misses a shot. They know Susp is here, but he takes all the attention for Nilo to yet again come in on this angle. He is incredible. Another smoke thrown forward. Susp is still alive, and Nilo is still finding kills. How is Susp still alive at the back of this bomb site? So much defensive.
Well, Zorte hits the shot in the sniping head-to-head, but the scout, not quite the weapon to remove Youngster, who's now going to park up over at B. As again, you have to deal with what is now a rifle trio here. As Krisen comes over to support Susp and xCloud. They're just going to try again with the lesser weaponry to hit into this bomb site. Util going to be a premium for the T's. That block not quite on the money. There is a slight gap that's enabled. They're actually not going off it, hoping that maybe this will cause Heroic to over-rotate, but instead Sus just ready to receive them, and it's so simple. Barely has to worry. 3 quick kills. Magno answers back with 2 of his own. Krisen offering up his life and a chance now as Magno Jazz steps in for another. Do not give this man chances. Oh, because he'll take them. Looking for the A's, xCloud, the only one that can deny. Bomb needs to go down, scooped up 10 seconds. As the digits start to get planted, and xCloud finds the kill. A drop forward, Zorte stuck backside. xCloud's seen him. Looking to deny the Heroics, and he will.
They can set the tempo on this T side.
19 kills. 6, the next highest on his team. Magno Jazz needs help. Maybe Zorte can provide it in the pistol. Nope. And neither can Boomich. Of course, Magno Jazz gets his. Can the rest contribute? Siren looking for it, and, well, that one's given up. Magno's found a follow-through, and they fight straight in.
No, the BB team are probably going to be forcing. This could be 10-5. Instead, it is the complete opposite direction. Susp will find Zorte. All of this monologue that I've just got on, it's all undone if Heroic are able to win the force, but they've just made it a lot more challenging for themselves.
Oh, xCloud's in trouble. Great kill. Magno Jazz removes him. Nilo looks for the fight back, but Siren takes down 2. Look at the HP left on both Magno and Siren, but it doesn't matter. Or will it? Still, the bomb's all the way back in spawn. Youngster can hit the quick dig. Oh, that could have been the chance. I feel like Krisen.
But the minute you allow chances to this BB team, what does that do? It allows individuals to try and catch up and wake up to be alongside Magno. Players like Flammus, players like Zorte on this CT side, and just I'm speaking their names. Suddenly they're etched into the feed. Magno reminds us that he's still very much active. And Nilo, last player standing, this was always going to be a formality.
With Boomage towards the off angle. Here comes the hit. Boomage should be taking first contact here. And it goes brilliantly for him. A double up from Boomage. Siren spams out. Sus can't get the second. Flammus worried about a flank. Bomb actually will go down. xCloud, he catches Magno just through the smoke. That is everything.
Uh-oh. And he is low. Youngster has now fallen in the meanwhile, so now it falls to xCloud to do everything. If he can isolate the kill on Flammus, it's an easier 1v1 against Zorte because he can't make good of the... That's how he likes it. This is a nice little crossfire as well. Good flashbang. Thrown forward by BB team. Magno forced back, and that was trying to bait in Boomich, but the utility brilliant. But Siren, oh my goodness me! It felt like it was all said and done, and yet the B anchor delivers in a massive way. A 2v2 with Nilo getting the trade, but look at this already. Flamus is on the back of the site. Chris is in the back lines. And now it really does fall. I don't know what you say in that. If he give that away, right? Like, it's so amazing that he's able just to steady the ship and give Heroic that necessary round. And you're right, they're back. They win this. The money's gone. Suddenly it's 11-8 and it feels a lot more comfortable. And it feels like you're back in control. We got to get there first, though. There's a spam that's been inflicted onto the in-game leader. It's mid-control looking to be established by both Nilo and Magno. Look at this, a 4-player push from BB team.
Yeah, they want to regain all this control. And will be allowed to them. Nilo in towards the underpass. XR just holding this narrow angle. Oh, what does his timing look like? Does he peek out and catch Magno Jazz? Looks like it might be the other way around. No, XR bests him. Peeking into each other. And now the hit comes in towards B. Siren, Flash, can't control, but Zorta's still here. Good shot onto Susp. Kristen lurking forward around the smoke, looking to try and remove this AWP, but instead
the other way. That perfect $200 flash springs into life, puts Heroic on the front foot. Nilo now finds Siren. There's a hero M4 on Flamus, but he's just been bombarded out of the round. He still keeps going to try and fight, to try and find BB team something. It's only a 1-for-1. Can Magno get this gun? He's desperately searching for it. Surely it hasn't fallen out the window.
Wait, has it? They can't find it.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
Maybe it did. I didn't think there was like a nade or anything. Maybe there was. Or maybe it was just his position. Maybe he just tapped forward. No, Boomich has found it.
Okay, good.
However, there's no armor, so, you know, there's not really too much of a threat here. And Heroic, they really don't want to lose this round. Like, they are just like, all right, we're just going to chill. We will hold for this push. We'll wait for them to make the mistake. If it doesn't come, we just group. Go towards A, the side that's probably the simplest to go in straightforward against a potential stack. And they should be all fine. Because it's just sort of here with the Deagle.
Time is now starting to be a little bit of a burden. Zorte didn't see that player in ramp. I mean, why would he? Suspect is so deep. And now he'll start to make his move. Molly comes out. Zorte now knows. Can he deny anyone on the approach in towards the site? No, he can't. So Heroic will make it in. The bomb can't be denied. And they are able to make this 4v3 now a reality. 11. It feels like almost a formality of it being etched next to the Heroic logo. With no kit, one nade, and the guns without armor, as you said earlier. They're just going to save this. They're going to bring it forward in towards the next, and Zorte will just be deployed to see if he can find any damage.
I don't think that's going to be too easy. And they will oblige him with some fights. He's ready for them, but the rifles overpower.
Other players have stepped up in a big way, but not enough to be of a big consequence. This is quick again out of Heroic. Siren full blind, but Sus gets rid of Magno, his support network, and Heroic are in again. Or are they? Zorte through the back lines, but the spray is brilliant out of Nilo, and he's the one that just keeps on killing. Might even do it right here, right now. Good opportunity to. Boomich is only on a CZ.
What?
Siren and Zorte on the Famases. He's got no money.
Well,
Flamus has got no life. Yeah. Spam back from Magno, doesn't secure anything. Heroic have just got full control. The molly drop forward to Zorte, pushes him back further, and they can now go up con or short, whatever their heart desires.
Zorte, close angle. Alex just deletes him. Siren steps out. Chris and walks in the smoke at the same time, and it looks all said and done. Susp, I think, saw Magno as well, so a nade greets him. The CZ, of all weapons, gets the first kill for the CTs. But it just feels like too little too late. Magno, this isn't going to work. I'm sorry. Kristen's waiting for you and will put you down. Individuals, but all right. This has started well for Heroic as they get the opening kill on the pistol and an open B bomb side.
Yeah, forgive me for thinking that this was BB Team's pick because of how much they do play it, or I guess normally play it. Brilliant. Just this commitment instantly in towards the B bomb site. Magno's now going all the way around the world. They've got no kit, so they'll have to go quite quick if they want to try and retake this. Looks like they want to get a boost on for Zorte to see over the top, but you can't see anything. Crizzen, has dealt with Magno, and everyone is now finding kills. Flammus will enter the feed, and that's the only time BB team will get a kill. As Heroic are going to walk out of this pretty dominantly. Flammus
had a chance there to get the flank. Doesn't work out, and well, from that, there's not really any way in. They try and force their way into this B bomb site, and that has been a disaster. The flashbang's so good. Zorte removes one, and the pistols are prevailing. Oh, the praise on Heroic into that.
It's fantastic. What a brilliant response out of BB team. It just gets better.
Yep, I think Siren has more or less said, do not come into this bomb site. Sure, the pistol was one little slip. But now it's just been a lockout. Really thought that fast round was going to work out well, but you know, all the pieces. Oh, that flash almost sets them up, but it's such a narrow choke point. It's difficult to find the shots, so much damage inflicted, but nothing fatal. And Kristen's going to get pincer from every angle. He is anticipating one of them.
Probably not. I mean, you can just rebind them.
That's true. Magno wants Semikos. He's looking for him. They're just teasing him. There we go. Now the swing comes. Slaughter instead gets the kill. Magno doesn't want to get overwhelmed. He's looking to clean up these pistols, and it's all going swimmingly. Good to see Zorta getting involved early as well.
Control of rounds, they should be closing them out pretty decisively, and then they do let the game slip away from them in moments. They can't let this start slip away from them.
X-Files just looking, and this progression might catch them off guard. Although he can't quite find that kill. Boomage, somehow his head just low enough to stay on his shoulders. Counter utility drop, Nilo does remove him. Just took a bit of work to get it done. Now these smokes causing so many concerns, but MagnoJez steps up onto the boxes ready for youngsters play. We'll see advantage back, and Nilo, do you really want to try MagnoJez? Maybe if there was anyone to do it, it is him. X-Cloud comes on back though and takes down two. And you know MagnoJez was here. Nilo steps up to the plate. And that moment, as X-Cloud steps through. There's this double short setup. Oh, and a break. Almost punishes X-Cloud as Sorte crumbles through in the swing up. Good trade. Looked a little dicey for a second there. Crizzen falls, but X-Cloud will at least return one. Magno is so close to this door. Could be a problem. Sorta actually repositions long and catches the lurk.
Look at Flammus. Flammus is now just on the edge of this smoke as well. And they're really trying to bait out Magno, but they might just be baiting themselves into Flammus, who now is round the corner and activates. X-Cloud dealt with. 2v4. A youngster will just try and walk it in towards this B bomb site. Has to clear Siren's angle, but I love this angle out of Siren. It's such a tricky one to contend with if you're youngster, because you feel like you've got the space, and then Siren will deny you with a swift click at the back of the head. Now with 30 seconds, Susp knows that if he gets the fight back on Siren, then there's a way in, but it's beautiful utility just to delay further. Siren's now repositioned towards the back of the site. Susp will get the kill. And maybe with 20 seconds, he can
fight forward as the next would have been the play. Who knows, maybe they can make this work.
No.
In trouble. Yeah, Magno's sitting in the smoke, ready for it. And now you were going to split into this B bomb site. Do you really want to commit to this? Still so many players here. Boomage gets overwhelmed. Does at least get some damage. But you still got Siren to contend with. Still have Magno. And Siren takes two, even blind. Just pre-firing that angle. Zorte's removed Nilo, and, well, Magno just falls back. Youngster given the space. Not much he can really do with it. Bomb to be planted, sure, but he'll be run down immediately unless Youngster... Oh. He is completely alone here. So if they can run him down, they can get in, and Magno has to fight back, and, well, he delivers. Smoke comes so late, and Boomage gets his first. Can he get any more? Yes, he'll make it a double. Wants to make it a multi of 3, but can't get it done, Nilo. It's a deadly duo to face in towards mid. Magno close by. Ready to swing. Saute gets forced off the line and, didn't fire his shot. And didn't get away. All right, that's a bit of a disaster, but Flamus will answer back, removing Nilo. That's out towards long doors. That's going to force them now in towards short, which hasn't been a common approach, but it's where they found success with xCloud once.
Great angle out of Boomich. This is a good surprise factor for them, especially if pressure keeps being applied. Magno's just been spotted. And now this would be the way in, the invitation for Heroic. Boomich falls back. He wants to play a more passive line, utility limited as well for the CTs. But time is on their side. 30 seconds left, and Boomich is taking a forward angle. You don't really see this in towards Goose. He's adopting the fact that he just wants to stand and bang. It doesn't work. It's a lot of damage, but it's no kill. Flammer steps in. Hasn't found a frag just yet. 15 seconds. They've got to getting close, but it's this player in at long that will alleviate all the pressure. Krisen gets his frag, and Heroic find their round, surely.
Exceptional timing from Krisen. Exceptional HE from Siren. Youngster removed, and you've got so much money. You want to give this a go. Magno Jazz steps forward. Just creeping and crawling ever closer, and he catches xCloud off guard. Now it's not looking like that round is so certain after all. Although Krisen, that was the chance. Sus needs both, and he can only get the one.
Burned by this round previously by Flamus, but Boomich is a more patient player. He isn't going to overextend his hand, and as soon as I say that, he starts walking through the doors, and Nilo punishes him. That's hilarious. That's so classic caster.
Much.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Boomich would never do that. Boomich immediately does that.
I didn't think he was going to.
That's Boomich. All right, well, you're gifted an opener, but time's ticked. 45 seconds. Have to make the decision as to where this goes. Let me tell you, you probably want to go short. Let me tell you what they're not going to do. Go short, which means Siren, Magno Jazz, Flamus, I'm going to be in positions to fight this. So we get another one of these B hits. Heroic are really intent on taking this bomb site. But Siren and Magno Jazz, they're here to receive them. There's no smoke. Finally it lands, but it might be too late. Yeah, Magno gets a freebie. Spam's good though. And Youngster anticipating Siren's swing. Can't get it done. Bomb to be planted. And looks like despite walking into the lion's den, Heroic will get that third finally.
I thought Flamus was going to go through that smoke. That was Boomich. She would have walked through that smoke. No, just joking.
You would never do that.
Yeah. Nice shot. It's interesting. It's interesting that they are sticking to the idea. And it's very much the same school of thought as we got on Mirage, where they've identified a weakness in a bomb site, or at least they feel anyway, here for BB team. They think the B bomb site is weaker in the mid-round, so they're going to keep trying to challenge it. Nice shot out of Zorta. Siren feels like he's done enough. A pixel. And now he's going to get probably a lot more than he bargained for. Well-timed incendiary. 30 seconds left. It's a fake out towards long, but they're ahead of it because of Flamus. Boomich now elevated. Smoke comes in for mid to B. The spam might be good to net a kill, and the break is even better. Zorta and Boomich both find their mark. 20 seconds left. Heroic have left it too late to get into this bomb site, you feel. Youngster 100.
For the most they can hope for. The trajectory of these rounds, it doesn't feel super likely, but Nilo, well, he wants to change those odds. Zorta quick on the response.
It's an important trade. So again, just keeps momentum. Look at Flamus again. Just consistently challenging this long door smoke, but Sus challenges mid. That goes a lot better for them. Zorta now stuck a little bit on an island, and Youngster will overwhelm him. This feels like it should be the fourth round now for Heroic. Siren starts accelerating. He is able to get rid of Sus, but I love the back out. 3v2, Flamus is now taking fights, but these are all 1v1s. And a 1v1 in which Flamus will not win. And you know that Siren was just out towards lower. You can plant, and Heroic should be getting this fourth round at a bare minimum.
Yeah, plant for long as well. There's a smoking kit for Siren, but with 19 HP, you're not really favouring him at all here. And Krisen will...
here.
Okay. Well, Stakeout still favouring BB heavily here on Dust 2. xCloud, well, he'll fall quickly. Thought he had a great chance to maybe find something, and Kristen gets run down as well. Flamus just charges on out, gets to... That might just be the bomb site, although Sus, something to say about it. Oh, he's lost everybody around him. Competitive back and forth that Mirage offered. Double digits to be found. Okay, that was a crazy shot. Don't want this to get too costly for you. Sure, these rifles. I think it's all fine now. That was a nice block on the smoking towards middle. Prevented Magnejez from taking too much space. Kristen's the one that's going to go looking flashbang. Brilliant. Flamus picked and Prison. Oh, a little greedy. Wanted that AK.
Look at this reaction.
Good work. Undone. Nilo. Oh, trying to run at him. You actually like it. Flashbang dodged. A Smoke doing a lot of work right now for the CTs because they do not have the best A defense.
No, they don't. And I really like this reaction out of BB team. I mean, the fact that Nilo swung mid-doors is really good. But this Molly, oh, it's going to affect xFloud. Is it going to upset him? Are they going to know he's here? Yes. Audio spotted and secured. You know that a player would be pushing long after Krisen gets traded. So it's a 3v4. Nilo hoping just to find a head to give his team something, but Boomich will remove that opportunity. Zorse then swings onto Youngster, and Susby is all alone. They know exactly where he is.
This will prevent 12. They want to play for OT.
Magno, wow. Yeah, all right, fair enough. We'll be overwhelmed by Krisen, but there's going to be more players that can just trade out onto the in-game leader of Heroic. Everyone else is stacked on this B bomb site here. But the CTs, 12 about to be locked in, unless something crazy happens. And we like crazy here at Stake Ranked, but Flamus doesn't. And his spray is good to restore calm. This is very common in the meta. You've got two players holding this B bomb site. xFloud shouldn't be baited in by this mid to B smoke. Krisen actually gave me the main port of call. I was wondering how many players are going to be joining Flamus, whether he's going to be a lurk. Instead, it is multiple players and it's multiple casualties. 25 seconds left. Magno hoping for an opportunity, but Youngster's angle is supreme because Krisen holds firm. The bomb is dropped, the round is over, and Heroic will at least spare their blushes and delay proceedings by another one. And yeah, these kills come in. Dropping the decoy to pretend that Zorte has fired a shot. Krisen got so much work done from this position that he wants to do it again. Youngster will find Zorte. So that will be another opening pick. Flamus on the boost, trying to punish Krisen. But that's not going to happen, and Krisen's heard him drop. This might be quick and unexpected if they're going towards short immediately, but BB team are actually going to take a pause. They haven't got the most amount of utility to work with. Here it's these flashbangs that have to do the heavy lifting, and this smoke that blocks short comes in at such a detrimental time for this T side.
Yeah, Flamus is going to be the one that goes searching, and I think this double scope could be a problem for him with Krisen close by. Oh, did you see him? Look at that nade. Siren. This is half his HP, and Krisen surely has Flamus. Eventually. Now it's one-dimensional. Out from the short side, xFloud just about adjusts that headshot. Youngster chimes in.
That's your advantage. You can make them make mistakes because of the pressure of the clock.
Great HE. More for xFloud to play with. Yeah, this one's one of the easy rounds. Probably one of the only easy rounds they will get. So that loss bonus will build. The longer this streak goes on. Looking to deal as much damage as humanly possible with his HEs this round. Oh, great shot from Zorte and Flamus. But now Krisen steps in and Krisen falls. You cannot lose like this. This is the easy round. I'm being planted. Flamus looking for another. And Nilo starting to sweat as he can't connect these shots. Oh, the bullet's just going crazy. But finally, they will
out of Flamus. Bomb down, money made, and AWP acquired for Zorte. The Heroic have done a good job at making this scoreline look and feel competitive now.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer than 13-4, isn't it? You have to get a few more into the tally. Long control established for BB team. Magno and Flammus get that. Nilo just starts to progress forward. X-Cloud providing the distraction to allow Nilo to walk. I think Boomage is going to be done for. No, Boomage is holding for this aggression, and he keeps on going. But X-Cloud, his HEs continue to be deadly. Flammus removes Crizin. That enables this bomb site to be breached. X-Cloud doing everything he can and more, but eventually put down. Youngster, a break, not deep enough to spot this closing player as Flammus steps up and over. It looks like he might have done enough with a triple in this round. Sus left in the 1-on-3, and sure, he gets the first. Maybe there is a chance here, as he sees the further few players.
Start on the T side, the BB team, which means Heroic have got the favored side. And we get to see how they can get on here after D2 didn't go their way on their choice. Let's start the battle. Let's get Zorta, Magno, Boomich, and Flammus all in con.
Heroic had the choice to send us to, or to ban out Nuke to make sure this went overpass. They risked it, knowing they'd get the CT side start. We'll see if the gamble plays out. All this con space being taken, 4 players for the CTs on B. At some point, you feel like they have to move this setup around. Maybe it comes off Nilo's jump peak. If he gets to see anything. BB team are very slowly progressing through the bathrooms, clearing everything out. I think finally Zorte will let them know he's present at the very least. Still going to only have these 2 players to defend, though. At least for now.
It's so quiet that Youngster might just think about moving up anyway. He doesn't. Good block smoke in, even though they don't see anything whatsoever. Siren thinking about maybe just putting some pressure on towards this bomb site, but speaking of pressure, Boomich swings open the connector door. Siren starts taking some shots, and they begin to leave. Is that going to be an indication for Youngsters to rotate up potentially? I wonder if they never open that connector door, whether they'd have 2 players only on this A bomb site. They will for the moment. Nilo gets rid of Flammus though. The rotates are in, and Youngster locks in another. BB team have left this so damn late.
You just want to make sure you don't let these Glocks get anything silly done. Shouldn't be too much of a case for it.
Shouldn't be. I mean, bomb plant here would be brilliant. I didn't get that in the previous. So just anything going the long way would be relevant here for BB team. I feel like the fundamentals we're going to see. Oh, hello. Oof. Knife. Yummy.
Get leader fight.
We're going to see out of Heroic in general are going to be better. Good trade out of Sus, similar to what we got on Mirage. Youngster now steps in, hoping for another chance, and he'll grab one. Zorte with another trade. It's starting to become a little bit expensive.
Not on it, but Sus comes back. However, he's kind of caught between watching these 2 angles. He was spotted. They want to go quickly onto him. Flashbang, so good. X-Cloud manages to get the kill back, and defensive util prevents further scaling.
Interesting. They're not actually committing onto this idea. I mean, look at where the bomb is for Boomich and co. That's going to just anchor players on towards this bomb site, and it also gets defensive utility out. If you're BB team, you can just wait now. You might want to re-exec back in towards this B bomb site later, because you have got a lot of the defensive util. And where it's all fallen silent, X-Cloud does spot an arm and gets more than that. Takes the head off Magno. And maybe that prompts a rotation. 40 seconds left. If BB team want to go in towards B, they need to go now. But they can't get by the in-game leader. A 4v2. And maybe you don't go in at all. Maybe you just leave, especially with Boomich being on 5 HP.
For players alive, feels great too. Brilliant start for Heroic.
Might be a quicker tempo here on the short play. Instead, it's going to be Flammus just going on a little bit of an investigatory mission in towards Divider. Having a little look. This time Nilo deeply invested in at long. And Youngster just drops the utility early. Feels like Heroic got a really good read on the situation.
Maybe she didn't have no util. You know, they got a smoke and a flash. So just going to hope they can fight their way through. And if you come into this A bomb site, I mean, there's 3 defenders here. This is going to be really, really tough. Unless they can just hit the instant headshots. Prison looking for the timing to swing, and it's straight into the AWP. Baited perfectly, but maybe Youngster is baited too. No, what? Flamus gets the kill like that, and then Boomage is anticipating Nilo.
Or if you just go search it. You play a little bit more passive, be with the team. We saw Nilo investing a little bit in towards long first. But he wasn't really necessarily needed.
Chance here. Oh, and Flamus will take it. I feel like Nilo is really set up for success. I can be ready for this angle, though. Xcloud tucked in towards the long corner. Flamus has been pretty good at clearing a lot of these, but this is one you're just never ready for. And you see nothing following you through. This smoke. Okay, Crizin. He has a position to win the round. If that molly doesn't spread, which it won't, Crizin can do it all. A second molly? Oh, this is perfect for Crizin. He couldn't ask for a better situation, but Magno clears anyway. Still though, Crizin holds on. The FAMAS can't get the multi. He does a lot of damage. Siren picking Youngster. That is huge. Maybe they're just scaling towards this B bomb site. Still have Susp here, playing around the pillar. For his timing to strike. He might have just found the perfect one. Boomage offers his life up, but that was a low HP player. Bomb gets dropped. Xcloud into the 1-on-2, and he makes it a 1-on-1. Molly over the top. Not quite on the money. Siren goes for the plant for CT. And Xcloud's on a round-the-world mission. This is going to kill far too much time on the clock. He's actually still going to shift it. Now, there is a kit. You can see it on the minimap next to the bomb.
He's got one as well.
Oh, yeah, true. In that top left corner. So he does have some time, but that's the 10-second mark. This just took too long. Did he misjudge it? Or I'm not sure. He was never going to be in a position to make it there in time. P9 in towards Con. Sorta takes a shot at the jumping player. We saw how thorough they were with the mollies before. The nade combo is brilliant though. Now Zorta's under pressure, but Siren helps out in from short. Even as that smoke lands, it's not enough to help them out.
All right, Youngster, what you got? Bought this AWP for a reason. He might just have bad timing. Flamus doesn't clear the corner the whole way. So Youngster's position is still relatively unknown. Boomage brings the bomb over at Party. And this drop box that is silent is not going to be considered. But Flamus is also not going to be considered by Youngster. This should be an easy trade. And it is. Will this one kill give an opportunity, though, for Heroic?
Cloud. Hard cleared and can't adjust onto Zorto. Just flies around the corner. Susp will arrive with an MP9 in.
Done all that much when it comes to killing. But in terms of space being maintained here for the T side, it's an awful lot of control. More often than not, BB team have been prioritizing this A bomb site. It's worked out wonderfully. Shots through the smoke not really being too effective. In fact, they just work the other way. Sus will get rid of Flamus, which is a sharp find to put this into a 4v4, but it's all a little bit inconsequential. It's just cosmetic kills. Unless Nilo could spin up here with the Deagle. First kill onto Zorta. Trade needs to be found potentially on the site, and it won't be. Is there a kit? No. So time is now a limiting factor, but maybe you could take away all of these kills. Siren will find Xcloud. The round I don't think can be won, but Nilo is doing all the damage in the world. It's a good attempt.
Disaster for BBT.
Feels like good this util is. And it's Youngster on close, short duty. And look at the timing. It's terrible. It's really bad. Nades caught off.
If they can make it even more devastating, Youngster has a chance here for the opener. He'll be given it. Lamas peeks straight into him without AWP. That's one of the bigger weapons here for the CT, so good to get it active early.
I don't think BB team were definitely expecting an AWP in this round whatsoever. Bait feels good for xCloud, but with Youngster moving, this now gets a little bit dicey. Good awareness by xCloud. A dink. Obviously, it's an SMG, so it isn't going to be a clean kill. So Trey found back immediately. BB team, I think they're just going to power up, potentially in towards the same bomb site. Youngster picks and chooses his angle perfectly. Zorte dealt with, but this is really aggressive. It's starting to get a little bit dangerous now, potentially. Here for Heroic, or maybe it's for BB team. And now look at Sus. With the MP9 in hand, he's right on an off angle. Siren will trade him, sure, but it's a 1v3. He has to try and manage. Krizen's already on the site.
2.5 players over here with Krizen in towards Connector. So get a fair bit of space here early. Krizen's angle. Flamis, is he going to be ready? Flashbang comes over and Flamis was ready, but the Galil, not the weapon for the job. AK would have got the kill. So instead, it's an opening frag found for Heroic. Youngster looks to make it 2. Can't quite hit the quick shot on the crossing player. They'll just fall back off it.
He's done his job, though, because by them being so forward-facing, that's going to make BB team go in towards B. Look at this, though. Magno just walks in, completely undetected. xCloud drops the smoke, but he can't handle the pressure, and Siren just walks through it, and it's a nasty surprise for Krizen. The timing consistently for BB team getting in towards this B bomb site has been sublime. Nilo now looks to try and right a wrong. First kill, here's in the second, onto the plant, and Nilo just keeps going. That is maniacal. Zorte now thrown into this 1 versus 2. And it really is Nilo or nothing. A kit on both of these players, but no utility. They take their time. They know that Zorte is equipped with an AWP. They'll have to peek together. Youngster's got an M4 and they'll... Just don't get ecoed. Don't do it. Krizen will fall. Youngster, we'll try and step to Magno, and Magno hits a deagle. Not like this. 2-player advantage, and he's ready for the long play, and no! BB team, with a couple of deagles and a couple of Glocks, have found their way on towards the A-bomb site.
How did you let Magno just get that close? Bomb has a long way to go. xCloud will spot one out towards long. Smoke to allow him to play. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Still, this bomb isn't planted, and Magno just goes down. Maybe they can still save some face. This AWP has been passed over to Zorte. Bomb to be planted. Incendiary. Not going to do too much at all to upset Boomage. Now the progression. They can remove him. Still have this AWP in the post plant. But now it's a 2-on-2. Flamis just on the deagle, and it looks like they might have just recovered this. Unless Flamis has something to say. Quick shot onto xCloud. He knows Sus isn't on that bomb. Waits for this next tap. Baits out the shot. And is this time just going to be the stick? Right in front of him. Unbelievable. Magno and Flamis. The double deags. Now push out through Monster, and, well... Even Stevens for a moment, but Zorte says no. He's got this in his control. What felt like was going to be the heroic recovery might just be the collapse. There's 5 CT rounds. Looks to be the total amount, and yes, the Youngster can pull off a 1v3. He's managed to sneak out ahead of the Molotov. finding any of these fights is all but impossible, especially now with that jiggle.
In addition to Heroic struggles, this is starting to get a little bit worrying now for Heroic. Oh, especially with that kill.
So, stubbed his toe there? What happened there? Got a little stuck on the crossover. Loses his head. Not the way you want to start this T-pistol. Remember, BETBOOM team took 7 rounds without the pistol. This is an 0-3 start.
That's concerning. That's concerning more than anything, actually. The fact that the gun rounds are looking this shaky for Heroic. Flamus, nice shot. That's the in-game leader gone. Now he has to call from the grave. X-Flow's looking to get a time in, potentially on Magno, and does get one. Can he get the second? Yes. Awesome. 3 versus 3. The bomb is going to have to make a journey over towards this site, but Nilo will oblige. And these players that are rotating in from CT, and Boomich just can't get over. He's just going to push the smoke desperately alongside his teammate. Flamus and Siren both find kills. The bomb is not planted. Susp is stuck in a pincer and has to fight forward to at least survive and give Heroic a chance. They should be on the front foot here, Heroic. Send the Glock in first. Getting Nilo into a position where he can trade. And Boomich, that goes about as you'd expect. Magno will get rid of Sus. Zorte now starting to feel the pressure, but Magno is uprooting Heroic from within. He's stuck in between all of these players. Zorte will swing on to Nilo.
Well, they're more or less going to ignore him to begin with, but he falls back, and now he looks for his timing, and yeah, that was fast. Magnetic to the head of X-Cloud.
I want to get aggro further. Look at Monster. They're about to push through. Nilo could be in danger.
He'll get some friends coming over. I think Youngster's just going to leave with the bomb. Yeah, he doesn't want to... Okay, actually, he got the kill. Got back to a passive position, finds the frag, and now they scale in. Boomich needs some help, and he's not finding it. Nilo charges on in. Sus takes Magno. And despite the opening kill, that's about all she wrote. Right back into this in a matter of moments. Again, the CZ comes out. Yeah, the clash in towards short. Nilo bested, and then Youngster tries to step in for the trade. Siren and Zortet bounce off each other, both taking damage, but nothing fatal. And now the boost up makes matters worse. Sus cops a headshot through the smoke. X-Cloud and Crizin need to be the ones to get this done.
That's just not fair.
Oh, the bomb's about to get dropped.
Oh, no. Why is it over here by itself? That's just round over. Yeah, Crizin re-walks it in towards short when the safest play is to reset through your own spawn. Magno will now be invited for an opportunity to maybe get a kill on this late lurk through long. Because if you've got 50 seconds left and Sus was dinked, you're just saving. So Magno's timing looks superior right now. Because X-Cloud is going to join up with his teammate. Magno will get rid of Susp. And this will be double digits for BB team.
Yeah, it's brutal. If there's maybe a way back in that with X-Cloud and Susp getting active into Banana, but the bomb being dropped is everything lost. That was a real brazen attempt to try and go for that spam. Would have been better off just walking it. Instead, Magno.
It's a nice little mid-round decision, though. Let's push forward, Youngster. Oh, he jiggled, but he didn't see Magno. So no, Magno is going to be a fly in the ointment here because his timing down towards connector, they're going to have no idea about. Heroic set their sights on B, but there's 3 here.
Spam. Oh, Flamus. Readjust finds the kill. Siren steps in. Crizin looking to charge in, and he's on fire. And Flamus will extinguish him. Youngster left in the 1-on-4. There's no way into this. The swing comes out.
Magno's got. And Heroic didn't really drop any utility to indicate that they were interested in pushing the issue over towards A in the first instance. So it's just free info for Magno. You just saw on the screen there. As Magno burns alive X-Flowers, the 5 vitality and stake gaming PCs up for grabs. You have a stake account, you join the community forum, there's a link in chat. Get on it.
The youngster can do to them what Magno and Flamus did the other way? No. Magno doesn't want to allow it.
I enjoyed you setting it up. And then Magno didn't enjoy you saying that, so he just killed them. Round, nice spam. I mean, what more can you do if you're heroic? You've been taking connector pretty proactively. BB team now know this, so Boomich has now incorporated spams into more of his default. Sus, but it feels like he's just been the victim of all of it. Magno will overextend, and xCloud will find him. And this nade is going to confirm that another one is in towards long. Crizzen moves over. And potentially they can isolate a fight. But Boomich is now the spare man that makes his way towards A.
Okay, Lug Smoke's going to be annoying. Taps away. Careful now. Boomich moves down to B. So feeling like this is all a bit of a ruse on A.
Yeah. It feels the same. It feels like we've had exactly the same round every single time out of Heroic, where we've got a monster lurk that tries to spin an opportunity. And now, because you've dealt with the monster lurk, you don't see anything off the back of it, but which will just rotate back up towards A. This was very predictable.
It's a shame that advantage already lost, as Nilo gives up his life trying to catch out Siren. Doesn't even inflict the damage. That angle on top of the side box too difficult now. 15 odd seconds. Boomich just gets in the position to spam the bomb plant. He's just sitting here, aiming the bomb plant. And okay, overextends a little. But the bomb's been dropped. The bomb dropped, and can it be picked up and planted? Just about. xCloud getting covered by his teammates. They get it down in a safe position. Flamus and Siren into the 2-on-3. Sus low. He gets removed. That was the easy kill. That one was harder, but Siren makes these frags look easy. And it's on the youngster in the 1-on-2. A first player known, dealt with, but it's Flamus coming in from long. Youngster, where the possibility?
Just holding on for Heroic. It's still tough. It's still 5 rounds of perfect Counter-Strike needed. It's a fast play. In from Crizzen, it's a nade that lands clean onto him. But at least Sus will find the opening kill this time. But take a look at B. Siren's just pushed all of water.
Yeah, it's going to allow some rotations up towards A, and they might just go for a bit of a gamble, knowing they're at that player deficit. Bring the extra body over to help out Magnajaz. It looks like Heroic may have the read on the situation. In fact, Siren leaves, and the entire squad is going to move over towards A. So, BETBOOM team heavily going for the gamble here. Siren's just going to sit in towards Heaven to keep an eye on B. I feel like they're going to miss this window, although the smoke lands. And Heroic, are they going to commit through it? Yes, Siren drops down to greet them. Can't hold on, Crizzen just scales past, but Boomich and Flamus off the break in Heaven. Takedown 2. Puts into the 3-on-3 with Nilo low.
And the bomb's only just gone down. I love this boost. For Flamus, are they going to be ready for it? Yes. They are just in time, but there's no fatality. There's one defuse kit available on Boomich. Molly is now going to upset xCloud, and he was a player on high HP. Remember, Nilo is still low. And now for BB team, they can start to swarm. Youngster trapped between looking at 2 different angles. The gun will give it away, but the trade is clean. And now it all falls onto Nilo, as it always has done throughout this series for Heroic. Bomb now starting to be a factor. Boomich needs to get on the bomb. They need to start sticking this. And it feels like Nilo might have done enough. The bomb around the corner, Magno holds. And is there enough time? Yes, there is for BB team. Boomich